In this video, I'll help resolve the issue you probably have on how to run graphical applications on a remote server or on Putty using xming and X11 Forwarding. So what is X11? X11 Forwarding is a feature that allows you to run graphical applications on a remote server but have the windows of those applications appear on your local computer. This is particularly helpful if your server doesn't have a full desktop environment installed. Common use cases include running remote applications and system access, or doing regular database related activities such as installations or for testing purposes. In our example, we will be using Putty, which is a Windows client used to connect to our remote server. Please note, we already have Linux server running on our virtual machine, so this works in most platforms. Step 1. Establishing an SSH connection with Putty. Go ahead and open Putty if you have it installed. You can either type out or copy and paste the IP address or the host name of your remote server. In my case, I did paste the IP address of my remote server connecting on SSH port 22. Save the session. You want to save the session because you will be using the session in a later time. In my case, I called it xming open. And we go to step 2. With step 2, you want to test your X11 forwarding. You want to see if you already have it set up. And in this case, don't worry about what I'm about to do here. I just want to change my appearance to make it bold so you can easily see. So once that's done, log in as your user, student01 in my case, a password, and launch whatever X11 utility. So X clock didn't work. Definitely means X11 forwarding is not enabled. I also tried Firefox, still nothing. It says failed to open connection, no display. So step 3, you want to download and install xming. Go to Google, type xming, download. Once it's downloading, you want to verify on the top right if it's downloading, depending on which browser you're using. In my case, I'm using Chrome, so downloaded successfully. You can either launch the xming installation on the browser, or you can go to your download folder on your laptop. So launch it, accept all default, next, 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 and the installation should be complete. So once you're through with the installation, go to your startup menu, search on X launch, to bring up the X11 setup, the xming X11 setup. So accept, just click next, next, next. You want to start no client, you want to save clipboard to allow copying, and you want to click finish. Verify if your xming server is running at the bottom right, sorry. In my case, it's running. So I will therefore open my save session. Before opening the new session, I will load the session, go to connection on the top, on the left side of my body session. Under connection, as you can see, under connection, I want to select X11 under SSH. Click on enable X11 forwarding, scroll up to session, and ensure that the session is selected, and I save. Then I select the session and I open the session once again. So log in as my user. In this case, I want to log in as root because I'll be installing the xclock utility or package. So notice when I try to do xclock, it didn't work because I don't have that package installed. So I'll go ahead and install it using the yum install command. Yes to accept the installation. And the installation is complete. So from here, as my root user or whatever user, I can I can go ahead and test my X clock utility. Notice it comes up. So the X11 forwarding works amazingly from the installation. I can also try out a couple of things. I can try Firefox, try to bring up Firefox. It did bring up my X11. Works great. So another option is I can log in as my Oracle user because I do have this works when you're managing and installing Oracle databases. I can go ahead and cd to my software location within the database directory, and I try to run the universal run installer, the Oracle universal installer. So if this comes up, which it did, it definitely means my X11 is working seamlessly. And that is it for the X11 forwarding on the body.